non-populated area. It just brings up the point of how expansive the United States is.
And speaking of expansive,
we're in a bedroom, and there's room for four grown guys kind of to hang out and, as Sean would say, chit chat. But yeah, it's actually pretty comfortable considering kind of what we've got here. A roomette, we'll take a look at that a little later. I think that's better suited for one of us to be in at a time, but we'll try it out with as many people as we can fit into a roomette.
We spent the next several hours just taking in the scenery, telling stories and jokes. We all agreed this was the most relaxed we've been in a while. We marked landmarks like Interstate 35.
It's
We
snowing pretty good
imagined what
outside.
the menus were like at restaurants like Family Restaurant. But most of all, we just enjoyed each other's company. It's one of the great benefits of train travel.
For those of you who've seen my previous videos may know that I am a big fan of consuming prunes because the food on the train tends to stop me up. Alan seems to be really offended at the idea of eating prunes, so let's find out why. It's time to prune up.
We decided to move up to the observation car to take advantage of its more expansive views. That meant first passing through the dining car. More on that in a bit. Dinner's coming up soon. Seats in the observation car are available on a first-come, first-served basis, and they're available to everyone on the train, no matter which class of service you're in. That said, when the train got more full and the views more impressive, the conductor enforced a 2-hour time limit here. In the middle of the car, you'll find some stairs. If you head down, you'll find food and drinks available for purchase in the cafe. Just like the observation car, the cafe is open to everybody on the train. Galesburg marked our first fresh air break. This is always a highlight for me. It's the first stop that gives me my true impression of the scope of the train, and this was a big one. There were 3 coach cars, an observation car, a dining car, 3 sleepers, and 2 engines. It was huge.
Time to hop on board. This was Galesburg.
Traveling by train has this really strange power. It somehow warps time. What would seem like an eternity in the real world passes effortlessly on board. Here on Amtrak, it seems like time is marked mostly by meals. But there are certain landmarks that retain a significance that everyone on board appreciates. And along this route, there are several. The Rocky Mountains, the Moffat Tunnel, Donner Lake, and we'll see them all. But the first was crossing the mighty Mississippi. I've flown over this river more times than I can count.
Next is
I've always thought of it as a long river. It stretches 2,320 miles between Minnesota and New Orleans, but it's also a massively wide river. And this train really highlighted that fact for me. It took us 90 seconds to get from one end of this bridge to the other. Crossing the Mississippi also marked the border between Illinois and Iowa. We just entered the second of 7 states. Every stop tells a story. Mount Pleasant, Iowa, for example, is home to Iowa Wesleyan College, America's oldest co-educational college west of the Mississippi. Sleeping car passengers were invited to make dinner reservations with the dining car attendant. We'd set ours for 6:30, and as the sun got lower on the horizon, we headed up to eat. Dinner includes a small salad, some bread, a main course, and a dessert. Here's the Asian noodle bowl, chicken fettuccine, and the ever-present meatballs. And to be honest, there's not a lot of difference between the 3.
Well, it's time for another meatball. Just like I remember.
As we ate dinner, we passed through Ottumwa, Iowa. It's the home to actor and comedian Tom Arnold. After dinner, we headed back to Alan's bedroom to hang out a while longer. It was really great to have this space to ourselves.
That was really cool. Just caught a squid and burn as we were traveling through Iowa, which is pretty impressive. This is one of the most beautiful sunsets I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I mean, no doubt about it.
Time for Rex.
Traveling in
Okay, I'm gonna
Amtrak
X
really
this,
gives
so I don't
you
have to
the
do this one.
opportunity to take in such beautiful views.
And shortly after sunset, I headed back to my own bedroom for what I hoped would be a solid night's sleep.
Tomorrow morning,
Okay,
wake
that's
up,
welcome.
I guess, with an hour time difference, and hopefully even more interesting scenery. So, time for bed. See you in the morning.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Once again, this is Johnny, your attendant here in the 531. Folks, I'll be leaving the car for my evening meal.
As I slept, we passed through Nebraska. I woke up about 5:15 Mountain Time near Brush, Colorado.
That was a great night's sleep. I feel really incredibly well rested. Slept almost all the way through the night. I look forward to a beautiful day today. I understand the views are going to be incredible. Coffee should be ready in about 45 minutes. Get the day started off right.
As the sun crept up over the horizon, I decided to head over to the observation car and wait for that coffee. However, thankfully, our sleeping car attendant saw I was up early and offered to pour me a cup. I sure was grateful. Tipping room attendants is appreciated but not expected. But what do you think? What's an appropriate amount? Should you do it at the beginning or the end of a trip? Let me know below. As we made our way toward Denver, two things happened. First, we started seeing snow. And second, we headed to breakfast. Reservations were not required for breakfast. It was first come, first served. And we were first.
Breakfast of champions.
The spinach, tomato, onion, mozzarella, provolone, and Parmesan breakfast omelet was new on the menu, and I can only describe it as crunchy. We made it to Denver, but first had to reverse into the station. Now, this was also going to be a refueling and service stop for the train, which meant we'd be able to get off and stretch our legs.
Welcome to Denver. We've got a little bit of a longer stop here on this effort, up to an hour, I think. So I'm gonna go check out the station. Let's go explore. Excited to be here at the Denver Union Station. Apparently the real good stuff is about to kick off. Amazing views the rest of the morning as we make our way up into the Rocky Mountains. And had enough time to grab a quick shot of espresso, so... man, that's good. All right, let's head back on board and get this show on the road.
Fueled by that shot of espresso, I was ready to post up in the observation car for what would turn out to be some of the most amazing views I've ever seen in my whole life.
Just take a sip, cover your lip, and enjoy your trip.
It's currently snowing outside, guys. Hey, guys. Hey, guys, doing some writing right now.
And with that out of the way, let's leave the city
It's gonna
behind
snow
and
outside right
climb
now
up
pretty
into the
good.
Rocky Mountains. As I think back on this trip, it's the views we encountered here on the morning of our second day that really come to mind. I've driven through the Rockies, I've flown over the Rockies, but there's something about experiencing them from the train that's just different. In almost no time after departing Denver, the show began. It's no wonder so many passengers board in Denver for a day trip through this part of the country. I gotta tell you, I'm having so much fun just reliving this as I'm editing the video. I definitely hope you'll enjoy watching it too. And if you do, maybe you consider hitting that like button. Or maybe even subscribing for more videos like this. We encountered more tunnels than we could count. It was impossible not to think about the people who built this amazing track.
we're seeing out the window right here, it's almost as though it's not real because it's just so breathtaking. This has got to be the most scenic train in the United States by a mile.
Because the train was so full, the conductor asked everyone to limit themselves to 2 hours in the observation car. And after about an hour and a half, we headed back to our rooms. And the views from there were equally impressive.
There's no way around it. This is incredible. This is one of those beautiful scenes I've ever seen anywhere on the planet, let alone a train. I've mentioned in a previous video, traveling by train through weather is a really relaxing thing, and right now there's a little bit of a snowstorm going, and it's just it's nice and comfortable to sitting here in this bedroom, kind of stretch out, have space to yourself, and drink it in. And I'm lucky enough to be able to hang out with Sean. He's over there, and we're just hanging out and enjoying a little peaceful relaxation.
The impressive views would soon be cut, though. Our conductor announced that we needed to remain where we were for the next 10 minutes or so because we were about to go through another landmark on this trip, the Moffat Tunnel.
So I was just reading up on the Moffat Tunnel, and it opened in 1928. It saved like 176 miles off of the trip between the Pacific and Denver, which was unprofitable because the snow removal efforts were so complicated. I'm going to show you now what it looks like as we're traveling through the Moffat Tunnel so that you can experience exactly what we're experiencing ourselves.
And it went on like that for another 10 minutes. We had to remain where we were because opening doors between cars while in there would have allowed noxious fumes to get in, and nobody's got time for that. Our next stop was Winter Park,
Rex.
where we had just enough time to get out and stand in the snow.
What do you think of Colorado?
Snowed in April. Love it.
We found ourselves in Fraser Canyon, following the Fraser River. We made it to Granby, Colorado, the gateway to Rocky Mountain National Park.
Just got an announcement. The train is, I believe the conductor said, pretty dang near full, with 200 passengers on board. It's really exciting to see Amtrak coming back. This is a wonderful way to see the country, a wonderful way to get across the country. So I think there are a lot of people who are here for the scenery, even more people here because they need to go somewhere.
The snow turned to rain when we reached Gore Canyon, which offers the wildest commercially available whitewater in Colorado. I decided to pass on that and head to lunch instead. The only available reservation was at 2:30, so we opted to have lunch delivered to us about 11:30. Craig went for another new item on the menu, the cod. Sean tried the shrimp and lobster sauce. And it was the red wine braised beef for me. Based on Craig's enthusiasm for its flavor, it looks like the cod might need further investigation. Stand by.
So this is the midpoint of the journey here. We made it halfway to San Francisco.
This is Glenwood Canyon, a popular destination for outdoor sportsmen and apparently the anti-train crowd.
Oh my gosh, look at this. They're moving.
We just got the Zephyr Salute, I believe, which is a greeting here on the California Zephyr. I gotta tell you, not my favorite greeting, but I like these views.
With Amex Gold, you can get up to $84 in Dunkin' credits annually. And one more reason to catch up. That's the powerful backing of American Express.
On your period, sudden gushes happen. Say goodbye gush fears thanks to Always Ultra Thins with rapid dry technology that absorbs 2 times faster. Hello, clean and comfortable. Always fear no gush.
Try crunchy, Melton Roots Toasted Chips. Purina One Live Clear reduces the major allergen in cat hair and dander, starting on day 21.
Hold on, very tired.
This Friday, everyone is running, rushing, a little faster.
You were saying?
Last.
For the biggest family event of the year, Disney's Snow White.
Who did you think I was?
Got the ghost.
Rated PG in theaters Friday. Get tickets now.
We'd reached the confluence of the Roaring Fork and Colorado rivers at Glenwood Springs, which marked another opportunity to get off the train and stretch our legs. But it was not a long stop, and we were back on board on our way to Grand Junction and the nearby Utah state line. Amtrak's California Zephyr takes its name from the original train that was operated jointly by the Chicago, Burlington, and Quincy Railroad, the Denver and Rio Grande Western Railroad, and the Western Pacific Railroad. It was inaugurated March 19, 1949, and from its earliest days, the marketing and advertising for this route has focused on the spectacular views along the way. I think you can see why. In 1983, the original Zephyr's operators elected to join Amtrak, which eventually led to the train's current routing and service. After leaving Grand Junction, we were heading for Utah and the spectacular Ruby Canyon, whose red rocks impressed us as we searched for promised jackalopes among the bushes. Now, despite our best efforts, we never did see any of those rabbit-like animals with antlers. Dinner approached. Sean went with the chicken marsala. I chose the chicken fettuccine. And the cod grew in popularity, with Alan jumping on the bandwagon and Craig opting for it a second time. Was this a fluke or a trend? More to come. And this was not to be a late night for me. Sadly, I slept through Utah, part of Nevada. But after a great long night's sleep, I woke up near Winnemucca, Nevada, about 5:45 Pacific time, just as the sun was coming up. And like the day before, I headed straight for the observation car, stopping just long enough to get a cup of coffee.
That was a really good night's sleep, actually. I slept better than the night before, and now just kind of enjoying a little bit of coffee in the observation car. Sean's getting some work done, and getting to have breakfast in just a few minutes.
It's important to note there's no Wi-Fi available out here, so you're well served to use this trip as an opportunity to unplug and relax. Before we knew it, the sun was up and breakfast was on the table. I started with yogurt and followed it up with a breakfast sandwich. Both were exactly what you'd expect them to be, just fine. Craig chose the omelet and offered an interesting description. And with questions still floating through my mind, I decided it was time to head back to my room.
Well, Suzanne, your creative director, my fiancée, is meeting us in San Francisco. So that means it's time to do something I've never done before. This is the first time I've ever taken a shower on a train. Here comes nothing.
Not only were the instructions intimidating, but the advice to try it seated was made even more unpleasant by the fact that the seat was a toilet. I secured the curtain, turned the knob, and nearly froze to death.
Well, it was cramped and cold and difficult, but I can now say I have successfully taken a shower on a train. I do feel a lot more refreshed and ready to go. So it's still morning. I mean, it's only 7:35, and we don't get until Emeryville until later in the afternoon, like 4 o'clock or so. So plenty more train to ride.
I wondered how many of the passengers up there knew what they were missing out on.
What?
Down here, it was time for my first and only game of euchre. And in a classic example of beginner's luck, I won. Our next stop was the biggest little city in the world, a station I'm sorry to say I found a little disappointing. I'd never been to Reno and would have loved to have seen at least a street or something, but this station is about 30 feet below and under threat of being left here forever. The conductor discouraged us from wandering too far. No, well, there were some interesting historical artifacts inside. As we left, I asked to check out Sean's roomette. As you can see, with his bags, it's a little cramped. Now, there's also bag storage downstairs, just as an FYI. But we decided to invite Alan over to see how comfortable the two of them would be.
It's not bad. It's really, your feet up, you're comfortable. Yeah, with one person, it's outstanding.
Since that seemed to work, why not try it with 3 people?
I'll say this, 3 people in a roomette is a little bit tight. Three grown men in a roomette is probably a bit too much.
And having gone our separate ways so we could breathe again, we were en route to the California border. First stop in the Golden State, Truckee.
You know, I don't think there's anything quite as relaxing as just listening to a good audiobook and taking in the scenery. We're just passing through the Donner Pass, which in the winter of 1846 into 47, the Donner Party came through here. They got stuck because of a number of factors. A bad winter, they left too late, they took a wrong turn, a lot of reasons. Unfortunately, some of them who survived had to resort to cannibalism. So it's a pretty grim chapter of U.S. history. Anyway, it's interesting to be right here in Donner Pass.
We crept along at an interminable pace. Dragging this much machine up the Sierra Nevada is no easy task. But there's no need to rush it. With ever-changing views, the clip didn't really matter. It was soon time for lunch. The train was a lot emptier between Grand Junction and Emeryville, so we did not need a reservation.
I heard a lot about this pod, so this is the time.
And I was not the only one. All 4 of us ordered it. Moment of truth.
Tastes like fish sticks.
And we have our winner. The Jeb Score Award-winning Amtrak Flexible Dining Meal of the Year Award goes to the cod.
We're slowly making our way to Colfax, California, named for U.S. Grant's Vice President Schuyler Colfax. Little known fact there. And I really wish Amtrak would communicate with us about what's going on. I don't know if we're on time or we're delayed. The Track a Train feature on the Amtrak website seems to be down right now, so I'm kind of like not sure what the schedule is or what's going on. So that would be really nice if Amtrak were a bit more proactive with their communications.
There's a big difference between this and the Southwest Chief, and that's this 3rd day. So if you take the Southwest Chief from Chicago to LA, you wake up on the 3rd day pretty much in Los Angeles. With this particular train, however, you wake up on the 3rd day, you have basically a whole rest of that day to pass. because we don't get into Emeryville, if everything's on time, until about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So it's a much different travel experience in that regard. You sort of have to remember to think about how you're going to use today. Now, I've had a nice time just kind of hanging out with my friends, napping a little bit, and looking out the window. But this third day is a consideration if you're thinking about the Zephyr.
If you don't want to spend 52 hours on board, I'd recommend hopping on the train in Denver for the ride out to Grand Junction. That's a real highlight. But we're not done yet.
Okay, I think we're done
Before
now.
too long, the Sacramento skyline came into view, and we got out to stretch our legs one final time.
Hey,
We
baby.
seemed to be gaining speed, or maybe time felt like it was moving more quickly. For whatever reason, the Bay Area was coming fast.
There's no doubt that the Zephyr lived up to its reputation as being the most scenic train in the United States. This journey has been breathtaking, practically from the
I'm getting
first
told to do
second
this.
we left Chicago. The views have been unlike anything I've ever seen from a train. From the Great Plains to the Rocky Mountains, the Sierra Nevada, I mean, here to the California, Northern California. It's just such a stunning journey. We've still got a little bit of time before we make our way into Emeryville and then on through to San Francisco.
The last few stops came quickly, and I gathered my things.
Here we are in Emeryville, last and final stop. Everybody's off here. Let's go.
Thanks to some incredible engineers and talented dispatchers, we arrived in Emeryville 40 minutes early. Getting into San Francisco requires booking an Amtrak bus or having your own separate transportation. After 52 hours and 19 minutes, we made it from Chicago to San Francisco and had an amazing adventure to boot.
Between now and the next time, see you on the rails. Hey, we're going on a train! You guys are really making some progress with your bags, but we'll have a little bit more graceful.
Reading up on the rules of euchre, so I know you're very interested in games development.
And it goes past, starts with the Venezuela, it goes past his fingers. Have you ever seen a baby pigeon? If you have, would you please leave a comment below?
Trying to get on board. This is Galesburg.
Did you say Des Moines?
Oh, I thought they were supposed to be pitted, but there's not a lot to see. So instead, you're looking at me, you lucky bastards.
So this is Grand Mesa. This is Grand Mesa, the world's highest flat-top mountain. There's no way to be sure, but Alan seems to think that's Grand Mesa. But he said that about every mesa he passed. But I think at this point, we're going to go with that's Grand Mesa.
You know, I thought that was great. A huge shout out and thank you to Alan and Sean. And an even bigger
Hello.
thank you for watching all the way to the end. This was my most
Yeah, I'm in the chat now.
ever. It started with 5.5 hours of content and it distilled it.
Hey guys, I'm back now. Sorry guys, I was just doing some work. Oh, I just had to throw my back out. I was doing work. We're still gonna be on, guys. We're just gonna do some other stuff now. But yeah, guys, I was just having fun doing what I was doing. Having fun doing something called writing. I've been writing that off and on now for a couple of months. I want to get it done with before I get done by a certain date. Then we can start animating it. If we ever decide to do animation. But, you know, that's going to be someday. Right now, I'm going to get my butt into gear and do some city game. I don't have to go nowhere for a while, but, you know, I want to do something else real quick. Okay, I'm going to do some city game without going live on Twitch. I'm just going to stay on YouTube right now. So yeah, we're going to stay on YouTube right now. And it's because it's still snowing. I don't think we're even going to go out today. It's still snowing. So I don't know what I'm doing yet. Still snowing pretty good outside, so I don't think I'm leaving today. And if I'm not leaving today, then that's good. I'll save up some money. I'll save some money. But you don't always get what you want to do anyway. So yeah, I'm gonna stay here for a little bit. Maybe until tomorrow. What, baby? You're not going outside. It's snowing. So yeah, we're gonna stay out here for a little bit. We're not going on Twitch because it's just too late to go on Twitch. I mean, too early to go on Twitch. I'm not getting off YouTube because we're on YouTube now. I'm just not getting off YouTube right now. I'm too lazy to go on Twitch. I don't know the temperatures right now, but it is snowing outside right now. It's been snowing for almost an hour, which is surprising. Okay, so all I see is his feet. All I see is his feet, not his, woohoo. I'm glad. I need some new blinds, eventually. I know I should do some pH videos or a... I know I need to do a pH video one of these days. That will happen eventually. One of these days I'll do a pH video one of these days. Okay. It was 10 grand to put that in. Next street is J, which I'll do J Street later. Which has some peanut coladas. Wow, we're actually losing money. We're actually $1,500 in debt. Economy, budget loans take. I think we're gonna economy. We'll pay that off again. Pay that off. Pay. I'm not gonna take any money from anyone else. $17. We just need some more money. Eight, 7, 8. Yeah, I'm losing money. I'm gonna be in bankruptcy soon. $110,000 for the cinema. $200,000. That's the next thing I'm gonna be putting in this thing. $200,000 though. That's the next thing I'm gonna put in when I get the money for it. I'll put that in. That doesn't get the channel going. That's up to the town debt. I'll make some. I don't think I'm going out today, or I might. I'm not sure yet. A B C D E F G H I J. So this be K Street. Controller's giving problems again. K Street. K for coffin. Abby is the car wash to get waxed. What? What? There's nothing for me to do for you. There's no reason to go out. Go outside. It's too snowy outside. It's starting to snow real good out there, so we might be late going outside. We're not going out today. What, baby? Oh, what's wrong, baby boy, huh? I'm just trying to have a little fun right now. I want to make some porn. No. I wish I had some money. Can we have a kiss? Kiss? Wow. Where was it? It's snowing pretty good out there, guys. Yeah. What's wrong, huh, babies? I'll put the clicker down and let's see what you guys want. Oh, what do you want, my baby boy? I think it was 11s, huh? Mwah, 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 mwah. Wasn't 11s? We're gonna be in debt, but I don't care. Yeah? Okay, we're at 1450 and people living here. That's not bad. We're actually going to be making money soon, looks like. $909, okay. Okay, looks like we're like $900, or losing $900 a week. $870. I think that's weekly income. We're losing money by the week. Oh, I have the fire and police department, so that's maybe why. Police and fire department is getting used. Yeah, maybe raise profits up a little bit. A lot. I'll raise the profits up now. Okay, we just need 22. Okay. I just need 22. So we need. Okay, that's not bad. We only need 22,000. Okay, that's not bad. I'll put a library in. We'll need $22,000. We need a library, so I put a library in. Now we're $1,000 in debt. A B C D E H I J K A B C D E H I J K L. This is L Street. We need $400. Just okay. We're $40 in debt. Awesome diet. Maybe. Yeah, that'd be nice if I could do that too. I had those one time. $2,000 in debt. I have no friend. I have. I didn't heard him talk. Town sucks because there's no. Okay. Try to save some money. Power's out 40%. I suck at school. That's why I don't go to school anymore. I sucked at school. I dropped out of school. I wish I was back to school. I wish I could go back to school and actually learn something. Here's a decent education. But nope. Some money. Jeez. What? What? You get that zit off. You pop that zit. Yeah. I hate you when you do that. Ooh. Oh no. Oh no, we're having problems. Uh-oh, that's big problems. $2,000 in debt, and I'm having power problems. This is gonna suck. I'm having power problems. That's sucking. I'm not playing this game. I don't know what else to do, guys. I know what I really want to do, but I can't really do that right now because it was a snow day because I got plans on it today. I'm staying on all day.
Now, especially when you got caught lying on the coats of the bedroom reading fishing magazines.
It's gonna be pretty difficult to explain to her that we'd rather stay home with your favorite funny sports bloopers videos.
Yeah, you might want to do a 180 on that.
Yeah, like changing your mind, sucking it up, and going to the party after.
Yeah. Think about it this way. If she's having fun and you're not, you're still having way more fun than you would be when you're having fun and she's not.
Okay, I'm back in here, guys. I just had to do some stuff. Still snowing, so I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I might do something right now, I'm not sure yet, but right now I'm going to get off. Shut up. So I'm going to let you guys go. See ya.